At the beginning of this series, I set out with one goal in mind, to make as many different foods as humanly possible, to see all the different mood buffs, different benefits we can get from them, and whether or not it's a viable alternative to just taking a load of drugs in Rimworld. Now, we have actually achieved a lot of that goal, you know. We have made loads of different types of food. We're finally at a point now where we are making cheese, we're making dried fruit, Brussels sprouts, insect jelly preserves, we're making syrups and tomato sauce and mayonnaise. And mystery soda. Very nice. But none of these are really giving many buffs. If you look at John here, who has definitely been taking care of all of this stuff here. She's a very hungry lady. None of these things are being met. In fact, she hasn't actually gained much mood at all this series. We look at Branston. None of the food buffs that we thought would be occurring are occurring. I think we've reaching our penultimate time of this series where we can answer the question of, are foods a good alternative to drugs? And no, they're not. So what we're going to be doing for the last few episodes of this series is we're going to be going fully into drugs, whilst I am still going to be using the food and things. And I like the variety and seeing all the different things that we can grow. We're going to shift our focus onto the more illegal side of Rimworld. You know how it is. Smoke leaf, psychoid, all that good stuff. And last episode we researched drug production, and we are going to go into it hard. So what we're going to be doing this episode is finishing off the hospital and genetics area, because I would maybe quite like to dabble in some genetics, you know how it is. And once we've built this area here, I can finally deconstruct the disgusting old hospital here, extend out the building here, so we can then build our drugs lab, maybe build an actual storage room, maybe build an actual crafting area. So if you enjoyed today's episode and are excited to see all the fantastic things we may or may not illegally create, consider liking, subscribing, and make sure you tell Mum about it. Let's get into things, and let's force everybody to work as hard as they humanly can on this room. John has finally finished the very first Ideologian piece of art this series. The Shape of Family. Holy moly, it's been so long, and it isn't even perfectly aligned in the freezer. I mean, if that doesn't sum up the series, I don't know what does. Oh god. I guess theoretically that is roughly the middle of the room. Either way we look at this, it's going to be shaped incorrectly. You know what? Let's just chuck it into the side there on the corner, and then maybe we can make a couple of more if we have time. Yeah, that'll do. So there it is. The Shape of Family. On this carving is the illustration of a heart. Several jackals appear far from the main subject. That's a picture of somebody in cataphract armor. None of these are relevant to us. What is going on? Okay, well, cheers game. I appreciate that. On the bright side, it should make people ever so slightly happier now that we do have one of the art images. Now we all need the oligarch shape, and we're on a roll. And the previous research has been complete. I don't remember what it was. It was the xenogenetic drugs that were made out of chocolate. Next, bulk precursor recipes. Okay. Or grilling. Now, I have been told that grilling is a more efficient way of eating. So that's what we're going to go for and see what it's like. Everyone has completed the grill. Aquaculture is a very good one next to get fish. You know, fish is food. Fish are food, not friends. Smoke leaf butter, times 10. Nice. Ooh, that's a good one we can test out. What happens if somebody, I don't know, say Coke, eats... You can't eat smoke leaf butter. Why not? Why can't we eat smoke leaf butter? I don't get it. Why won't it let me eat that? Please. And a new recruit, Pineapple Mint, attempts to collar Pineapple Mint. You were one of the wild ice cream ladies that I wanted to tame. 10 in melee, 6 in cooking, 9 in plants, a decent character overall. Let's enslave you and get you converted. Okay, we have a small issue. Mint is hunting spag for food. One of the ice cream girls has gone absolutely bananas and thought it would be a fantastic idea to hunt down a 14-year-old girl with a knife. Okay. Things that weren't on my bingo card for this year. I guess we just kill it. Kill the ice cream girl, you know? And there it is. The ice cream girl has been taken care of. Oh, silly thing. I'm not sure what it's trying to do. And we're not even trying to tame this one either. Finish it off. You know what? I've had enough of this. Let's show the ice cream girls who we are and what we mean. Finish it off. So we now have the hospital finally kind of working. It's under construction, you know. It's your average UK hospital. It's working, but definitely still under construction and is still being worked on. Spag's in there at the moment, taking a quick rest after fighting with the ice cream girl. We've got the medicine all in here. So that means we're now working on the drugs lab. I've got it all queued up. It's the exact same as this side here in terms of size, except it's going to have sterile tiles, because who wants to be making their drugs on a dirty floor? Not me. I want to be making them on a nice, clean, respectable area. So it's all been queued up, and we just need to wait for it to get built, and then we can start producing the good stuff. Oh, and enslaved. John ordered Witterlurk to prepare for a forced life of labor. John successfully enslaved our furry. Fantastic! Great news for us. Really good at animals and has potential to be good at crafting, which is exactly what I wanted them for. Perfect. I can't think of any better situation, honestly. And as a result of now picking up Witterlurk, it means that we can now kind of start working on a crafting area. He's not very good at it. I'll give him credit, you know, he is not very good at it. But we still have the potential now. So I think what we can do is we can deconstruct the walls in the old restaurant here and actually extend that all out so it's one big area here. And I think that we can now also get rid of some more of the original gardens and like make a slightly longer storage area. I think that makes sense. We've now finally actually managed to queue up a tailoring bench as well and get one built. I've set up some very basic builds, some kids' clothes and chef's jacket and chef's hats. Very important, extremely important. Especially for Coke when he starts cooking up the good stuff. Bergamot Mint is hunting Coke for food. Classic ice cream woman hunting for Coke for food. Oh, why am I not surprised? John, can you just, I don't know, execute the Bergamot Mint, please? Oh, there we go. Easy peasy. And now all the other Minchos are revenging. We've got a Boomerlope that's currently killing our child slave. This is fantastic. Just fantastic. Agriculture is complete. Painkiller production could be a good one. Garden baking, very nice. Let's go for a reroll. Basic electronics. You know what? That could actually be a very good one for us to get. I like that. There you are. Coke's drug lab has been complete. So what can we make? Herbal medicine, antibiotics, blue severium, cigarettes, cigars. Lots of very exciting things. Muff beer. Tasty. But at the moment, we're going to keep it simple. Smoke leaf joints. We have lots of smoke leaf in storage. Let's make, you know, a few hundred smoke leaf joints, as you do. We also have a lot of the Mincho mint chocolate stuff. What does it do? Not much, it seems. Not much at all. So far, we don't actually have the ability to make particularly any exciting drugs. All the Mincho mint chocolate stuff doesn't particularly give any benefits, and if they do, it's not enough that I'm thinking, yeah, let's make some. We can make, can't even make muff beer. We can't even make bloody muff beer. So we just gotta wait, I guess, for some decent research to come up so we can make more drugs. And a raid from the Min Chocos. There is quite a few of them. 36 to be precise. This probably isn't going to go very well. Probably not going to go very well at all, in fact. Okay, well, let's see how it goes, I guess. We are very lucky they are going to come up through this gate here, so I guess we do have some sort of area that we can bait them into, at least. The Minchos are now attacking. Hopefully our little squad can do a good enough job. It would be nice if they could defend us. Whether they do or not, I've got no idea. I have faith. And the Minchos and the Min Chocos are fleeing. They didn't do a very good job of fleeing because we got down to most of them on the way out. There's a lot of them to go through here, but honestly, I'm not interested. I'm just going to finish them off. I really cannot be dealing with more colonists at the moment. I just don't have the time. Previous research has been complete. Now we have plate armor, geothermal power, which would be absolutely huge because our power situation is, as you guys know, awful. But however, but this is our power plant now, and it's actually coping not too bad with everything. And I've invested so many materials in this, I don't want to have to go through all that again. Let's go for a reroll and get ourselves pemmican for draconic drug production. Yeah. That was what I wanted. Pemmican has been complete. Next, canning could be a very good one for us to pick up. Solar panels could also be very nice central heating. But this still doesn't give us any pipes. Let's go for psychite refining. There's going to be nothing better than feeding Coke a load of psychite. It just works and makes sense. And enslaved. Pineapple and mint has been enslaved. Fantastic. Pineapple and mint. What were you good at apart from being a lovely ice cream lady? 10 in melee, 6 in cooking, 9 in plants. Okay, not really good at much. Can you make drugs? It'd be quite nice to actually probably put a couple of slaves on making drugs just whilst we cannot get Coke to make anything for us quite yet. Probably makes the most sense. So at the moment, the best colonists we have for making drugs are Erison, Branston, and Jenny? Jenny. The pig. Why are you good at making drugs? 10 intellectual. Alright, okay, fair enough. So we'll get her to start working on making the first load of drugs and everything and getting that on the go. I'm not sure we'll get to a point where Coke can actually make the drugs themselves, but I think we should definitely allow Coke the freedom at the age of 4 or maybe 5 years old to do whatever drugs they want, but forbid it for everybody else. First, smoke leaf joints have been created. Now, in order for us to set up this drug policy, we need to have a lovely, specific policy for Coke. This is for the person Coke, not for the white substance. What we'll do is have this set for recreation for every single drug that exists. I feel like that makes the most sense. And then we'll just select everything and go from there. If we have it scheduled as well, yeah, if we schedule all the drugs for Coke to take, then he'll take them regardless. Yeah, that makes so much more sense. There we go. So this is either going to be a really, really good idea or a really, really bad idea. I've set every single drug to be a frequency of every day. Just any point. Whenever Coke fancies, he can just have a little bit of tequila, gin, whiskey, coffee, wine, ambrandy, royal insect jelly, painkillers, flakes, simple desserts if he's really fancying it, and even luciferium. He can take it. I'm just going to let him go absolutely butt wild with it. I hope this doesn't mean that he'll then just take everything all at once, but, you know, why not? So, drug policy, where is they? Coke. Oh, brilliant. So we've now set our 4-year-old demon to just take every single drug in existence, and I think that's where we're going to leave it for today's episode. Coke has now been given the freedom to live their life the way they should have been living it from the day they were given birth to. Alright? Coke is now free to take whatever drugs they want, whenever they want. So I thank you very much for watching today's episode. And today, the progress we've made today has been fantastic. The power grid's actually sorted. Genetic area and hospital is kind of finished. I don't think we're going to particularly go into this series at all. We've actually started making clothes for the children as well, which is very exciting. And apart from that, things are kind of wrapping up from there. I think we're going to make next episode the very last episode with the goal in mind that we're going to see how many drugs we can give Coke before, I don't know, something happens to them. So if you have enjoyed today's episode and are excited for the finale next episode, consider liking, subscribing, and make sure you tell your mum about it, and I'll see you next time.